Let's talk about something you do all day, every day, often without even realizing it. We're going to pull back the curtain on the secret life that's always unfolding inside the most amazing, most complex object we know of, your own mind.
Okay, get ready for this. There's an activity that takes up nearly half of your day, half of your entire waking life. Now, what do you think it is? According to researchers, it's mind wandering. And when they actually put a number on it, well, it's pretty staggering.
47%. Yep, that's the number. For almost half the time you're awake, your mind isn't actually on what you're doing. It's somewhere else, off exploring, remembering, planning. I mean, think about that. It's a huge part of being human that we almost never talk about.
So, where does it go? You know the feeling, right? You might be replaying a conversation from last night, or maybe dreaming about a vacation you've got planned for next summer. But here's the thing. This isn't just random, useless noise. Scientists actually have a pretty cool name for this incredible ability.
It's called mental time travel. And that name, it changes everything. Suddenly, mind wandering isn't just a distraction. Nope, it's a super sophisticated cognitive skill. It's what lets us journey through our own personal timeline, learning from our past and getting ready for whatever is coming next.
And this brings up a really big question. If we spend so much of our lives doing this, is our wandering mind some kind of flaw in our design? A bug that needs to be fixed? Or is it a fundamental feature of how we're supposed to work?
To figure that out, we have to go way, way back in time. Because as it turns out, this ability to mentally time travel, well, it has some seriously deep evolutionary roots. It's actually an ancient survival tool, and we share it with some pretty surprising members of the animal kingdom.
And this is where it gets really wild. This isn't just a human thing. Scrub jays, for instance, remember not just where they hid their food, but when, so they know which stash is still fresh. Chimps will literally plan ahead, grabbing the perfect tool for a job they haven't even started. And get this, scientists have seen rats' brains mentally pre-play routes through mazes they've never even been in. It's incredible.
So, other animals can time travel in their minds. But here's the kicker, the thing that makes us totally different. We can share those journeys. We don't just relive a memory inside our own heads, we can tell someone else about it. We can tell stories, we can plan a future together. And the tool we use for that? Language. Now, how we got this incredible skill is one of the biggest debates out there. In one camp, you have the idea that language evolved slowly, gradually, building on older skills like our ability to time travel mentally, maybe starting with simple gestures. But in the other camp, you've got this idea of an abrupt leap, a sudden, massive rewiring of the brain, maybe from a single mutation that just switched on language. Okay, so if our brains are basically built to wander, how in the world do they decide when it's time to focus and when it's okay to drift? There's this really cool idea from neuroeconomics that gives us a perfect analogy. Your brain treats attention like a scarce, valuable resource. It runs its own little attention economy. And to manage that economy, your brain has two basic systems. Think of the first one as autopilot, the habitual process. It's low cost, automatic, and it handles all the routine expected stuff. It just relies on what you already know. But when something unexpected or really important happens, bam, the brain fires up the high-power mode, the memory-based process. This one is costly. It spends that precious attention to lock in a detailed, specific memory.
The best way to understand this is the car parking example. We've all been there, right? If you park your car in pretty much the same spot you always do, your brain goes on autopilot. It says, yep, business as usual, no need to waste energy here. But what if you have to park way over in some weird new spot on the other side of the lot? Your brain flags that as important. It switches on the memory-based system and pays close attention because it knows you're going to need that information later. It's just incredibly efficient.
So it's pretty amazing that our brains have this automatic system for managing our focus. But what if we want to take the controls? What if we want to consciously pull our wandering mind back from the past or the future and plant it firmly in the present moment?
Well, one of the most powerful tools we have is also one of the simplest. It's our breath. I mean, breath work is free, it's always with you, and it's an instant anchor for your attention that can pull you right back into the here and now. Let's look at a couple of really easy techniques.
First up is box breathing. You might have heard of it as square breathing. It's so simple and it's amazing for calming your nervous system. You just breathe in for a count of 4, hold for 4, breathe out for 4, and hold for 4. You can even trace a square in your mind as you do it. It's a go-to for people who deal with high-stress situations.
Another really powerful one is the 4-7-8 breath. This one was developed by Dr. Andrew Weil.
You just inhale quietly through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold your breath for a count of 7, and then exhale completely through your mouth for 8 seconds, making a little whoosh sound. This one is specifically designed to help you relax.
And the payoffs for doing these simple exercises are huge. Seriously, we're talking less stress and anxiety, better focus, a real sense of calm, and it can even help you sleep better. It's a direct line to working with your body to change your state of mind.
Okay, so we've got tools to bring ourselves back to the present. But that leads to a much deeper, kind of philosophical question. What exactly is this present moment we're trying so hard to get back to? Is it really just about stopping our mind from wandering off?
Well, thinkers for thousands of years, from the ancient Stoics to modern Buddhists, have dug into this. And what they found is that being present isn't just one simple thing. It can actually have different goals, different flavors, if you will.
Let's break it down into 3 main types. First, there's a therapeutic presence. The goal here is just to find calm by letting go of all the worrying about the past and the future. Then, there's a joyful presence. This is all about appreciating the moment, savoring the richness of right now. You know, like when people talk about mindfully eating a piece of chocolate. And finally, there's mindful presence. This is about using the present moment to reconnect with what's truly important to you, with your deepest values.
The Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius just nailed the idea of therapeutic presence. He wrote, "Apply yourself to living the life that you are living." That is to say, the present. The idea is just so powerful. If you can focus only on what's right in front of you, you can find this deep sense of peace, totally free from all the noise of what was and what might be.
And then you've got the Epicureans who give us this beautiful way of looking at joyful presence. They basically said that happiness in this one moment is all the happiness one could ever want. They believe that a single moment, if you truly experience it, contains everything. It has infinite value if we just pay attention.
So here's the bottom line. Your mind isn't broken. That wandering isn't a bug, it's a time machine, and it's been evolving for millions of years to help you plan, to learn, and to create. It is a feature. The real question isn't how do we stop it, but how do we learn to pilot it? So, where are you going to choose to travel next? The past, the future, or the infinite richness of right now? The choice is always yours.